All right. Hello, everyone. We are live. We have the wonderful Deann in the house today.
Yay, thank you. I'm so happy to be here and see you. I
Yes,
missed you.
it's always fun working with you.
Yep.
I'll just, I'll just let everybody know I am energetically feeling a little off today, so I don't know how long we'll be doing the show. Uh, I don't know. I just feel kind of drained. I have a lot of stuff going on, but I
I
want
didn't
to.
sleep much. I was thinking about this. I'm like, what are they going to find? What are they going to find? I just,
Oh, right. Yeah, it's huge.
yes,
Yeah, we
I was so
definitely probably
happy.
be looking at that. Um, We'll definitely be looking at that today. I'm curious to what the cards have to say about everything going on.
I wanted to go and buy a bottle of champagne. I know it isn't jail, but I wanted to buy a bottle of champagne just to celebrate because it's something. We needed something.
Yeah. Well, we've been saying I felt August was going to be a huge month for Trump, and
Indictment in September, you were saying you thought.
yeah,
Yep,
I do feel an indictment coming very, very soon.
yep. My
And for
pendulum
them to
agrees.
raid his house, I mean, that's huge. That's huge for
Yes.
them.
They have to prove that there was, at first it was a Trump judge that signed off on it, and I guess they have to prove that there is a reason to go in there and there's something in that place. So they had
Hmm.
to have really strong proof to go in there. So there's
Oh yeah,
something, and it's
Garland.
big.
Garland wouldn't have ordered that if he didn't have like if they needed to get in there right away.
No.
They needed to get in there. So
Yep. And part of me wishes he would have been there, but part of me thinks it's better he wasn't too. You know?
right,
I
sweetie
can't
darling.
even imagine the ketchup on the wall he's been throwing.
Right, we had to get the champagne and save it for when he's arrested.
Yeah, sweetie, darling Lulu, you're right. You're right. Save my money, buy a bigger bottle.
Right. Before we start today, I just want to thank everybody for all of the prayers with my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Um, that's been really nice. She's on a ventilator right now and still open. She had a blood clot in her like liver veins, and so they're trying to break that up. And so they have her on a ventilator. They're concerned about a portion of her bowel, and they don't know if as that breaks up and the blood flow starts getting good to that area, if they're going to have to resect it or not. So I think the plan is to try to get her off the ventilator and close her up Thursday. So let's continue to send a lot of thoughts and prayers, ask for the most benevolent outcomes for my mother-in-law. So
Yeah. It's nice to have all these people that support you and pray for you and send love and light and Reiki, and
yes,
she's going to be okay. She's got a lot of people praying for her.
all right. If you'll like and go over my announcements, as always, please like and subscribe, and please go over to Deann's channel and subscribe. Where are you at on your channel? You're almost at 2,000, aren't you? Are you getting
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
close?
yeah. I got 1,700, I think, and 30. So I
Oh,
think I
nice.
need 200 and something more to get. So when I get to 2,000, I'm going to draw for a free reading again. You
Nice.
know, so I'm
Yeah.
getting close.
Yeah, so make sure to go over to her channel and subscribe if you haven't already. I know some people had messaged me about readings and Reiki. It's been thank you, Teresa. It's been very hectic. I've had a lot of stuff going on. So I will get back to those, the people that have reached out. And also, I did just start a membership program last week. Um, I'll put it in the chat right here if anybody's interested. You can join. I haven't done anything really with that quite yet, but I will be doing something very soon. With the membership, I'll probably be doing more personal mini readings and political readings privately, along with, if you're a member, a 10% discount off of Reiki or readings. And yeah, and like I told everybody before, if you're a subscriber to my channel, I'm not taking away any of your content. You're not losing anything. This is just for somebody if they want a little bit more time with me or want to support my channel if they're able to. So, and I have talked to Mel, so I know that we're doing a show this Thursday as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I love Mel.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is a good guy, and he's a good reader, too.
Hmm.
I love watching you two together, and I love watching him and Linda together.
Yeah. All right, everyone. So if you have any political or world event questions, go ahead and write them in all caps. A couple heart emojis next to them, and I'm going to go ahead and get those started. I
Okay.
think the one that everybody wants us to read on is obviously Trump. So we will probably be focusing on that for quite a bit of them. But let's see how many questions we can get to.
The orange idiot. My biggest question has been, why didn't the moron burn everything or flush everything? I wonder if they got plumbers to go in there, honestly, seriously, because they showed how he's flushing stuff down the toilet. So, I mean, I think they need to bring a bunch of plumbers in there with them.
Right.
Unbelievable. They said when he was in school, when he would get a bad grade, he would pull off the top grade and he would eat it, so his parents wouldn't find it.
Oh, we already know his dad was probably paying off his teachers to
He
give him
couldn't have
A's.
graduated college on the up and up. He's not smart enough. He had to.
Uh-huh. But yeah, thank you
Mimi
everybody
Rose.
for what?
Oh, Mimi Rose was saying that Putin Hatter is having emergency surgery.
I have it started. We can look at it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I hadn't heard that.
Me neither. I was too excited over the raid.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, they didn't even tell me they were going to raid. Well, they don't tell you when they're going to raid.
Right. They wouldn't have done the raid if they didn't think if it wasn't an urgent thing.
Yeah. Fox News is flipping
Oh,
out.
a lot of Republicans are, and I think somebody had posted a question if we're going to see more violence from Trump supporters because of it, and I don't know. I feel like it feels pretty ugly right now, but
they're already showing up. They showed up right away. All those. They had big American flags with his face in the picture of him. One guy was bawling and crying. He's done so much for us. And it's like, what? What has he done? Tell me. It's unbelievable.
Yep, and you all, I gotta hit that. He will be announcing very soon that he's running for president. So.
Oh, he wants to say, he's already saying they're doing this because they're trying to keep him from being president.
Yeah, so
yeah, we don't want criminals.
Right. He will be he will most definitely be announcing very soon. If not this month, September. But I just see this as like the tip of the iceberg for Trump, with the FBI raid. There's gonna be so much it's not gonna be a good month or a couple months for him. It's not gonna be good.
Oh no.
I already seen the promo, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at Trump. I can just tell you intuitively he's very, very angry, but also very nervous about what they got to. Thank you for clarifying, Mimi. Are they still at Mar-a-Lago? I think that they were there for most of the day yesterday.
They were there till 6:30 p.m. or something from early in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, he got the Four of Cups. I think right now he of course regret. And he's also he's feeling like he's wondering. He's thinking, what are they going to find? He's thinking of the Eight of Swords. He got the Eight of Swords, so he doesn't know what they're going to find, what they're doing there, and he is worried about prison because he knows he's trapped. He knows he's probably going to go to prison. He's in a mental entrapment, and he's playing the victim, which is usual. He is paralyzed in fear and terror, and yeah, there's going to be there's new information that they're going to find from this. And, of course, he's going to say it's unjust, justice in reverse, that it's unjust, that they're making false accusations, that it's unfair and biased. But, yeah, they're going to find, and a lot of it, they're going to find out some things having to do with his money. as well, and how he got his money. I heard they're turning over some of the stuff, making him turn over his taxes now.
Yeah. Well, I think they've ruled on that for a while.
Yeah, they said that even his appraiser, his estate appraiser, is held in contempt and forced to hand over $36,000 in documents to the New York AG.
Yeah.
He has to turn over his tax returns. So yeah, he's not
He's
happy.
going through it. I'll just say these cards that I threw for him, he is going through it. He's not in a good place right now.
Mm-mm.
Were you all finished with your reading?
Yep.
So he's got the ace or the 9 of swords coming in. So very, very nervous, anxious, a lot of anxiety, and feeling very trapped. He would like to walk away from all of this, but he's not able to. And with the 8 of cups too, all this stress is really negatively affecting his health, I feel. We're going to have another big announcement coming on Trump very soon. I don't know I don't feel like Garland's going to discuss what he was there for, but yeah, there's more stuff coming out. This, like I said, this is just the beginning, and he's having nightmares over this. He's like really dark place. 7 of Cups reverse and deranged. He comes in as the King of Pentacles. This is feeling trapped, defeated, knowing that he lost the battle because of all of his sneaky dealings, that all being released. And he has the misguided government official with the Hierophant reverse with the whistleblower card. And he's really going to be on his defense. There's a lot of spears getting thrown at him. So he's not feeling too good right now, you guys.
No. And I really think that it's going to affect his health. His health is going to
very much so.
Because this isn't going to be the only place they're going to raid. I think they'll be raiding other places too. They may, go to some other places, but if they find stuff. But yeah, he's not feeling too well.
Yeah, I agree, Sheila. Sheila says, yes, he's going down. It's not going to turn out well for him now. And like I said too, I wouldn't be surprised if, he's indicted very soon. I've been feeling that as well.
I checked with the pendulum, and it's still saying September. So
yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Yes, Tweety Scotchy. It's time to pay the piper. It's history being made. Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at all the stuff we have lived through here just recently. This is unprecedented. Nothing like this has ever happened in our country.
Yeah.
I hope it never does again. They have to prosecute him. They have to do something to make sure it never happens again. Absolutely.
And because of this, there's going to be a lot of safeguards so that we don't ever have a president like Trump again.
Yes.
Let's just read on what's going on with Garland.
Okay.
Right, Jay Roberts. I know that everybody's been really critical of Garland, but like we said, he's so meticulous, but he needs to make sure that evidence is there so he doesn't come across as partisan, which we're already seeing the Republicans, threatening Garland. So yeah, he threw the big javelin, right, Earth Mama?
Well, I'm getting the Hierophant. He's committed. He's committed to having justice. Queen of Cups, he is mature. He's intuitive. He knows. He knows a lot more than he's telling us that he knows. Because I got the 4 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, he's awakening. He's found out a lot of things that we don't know. and I got the Four of Wands in reverse. So there's going to be disharmony over this. There's going to be a lot of the community, his supporters. There's going to be a lot of disharmony over this. I think that I got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. He's letting go of people. He may be getting rid of people in the FBI, and he got rid of people that were Trumpers. He waited till he knew something. I don't think they're going to be able to hang on. Trump is not going to be able to hang on to that information anymore. They found it. They've got the Ace of Wands. So there is going to be a new beginning. So I think, and this is Trump, Ten of Swords in his back.
Yeah.
And we are going to be celebrating because, he's found information, but we are going to have a little bit of, there's going to be people, the Trumpers, I think, that are going to start trouble over this.
I do too.
But the police are going to be prepared for it. Unlike they were not prepared at the insurrection because he didn't want them to be prepared. He wanted that to happen. So Biden and they're going to make sure, Garland's going to make sure that they get their information and they keep people safe. But pretty much this is it.
Yeah, for Trump. It's really interesting just because before I get into the cards I got on Garland, which he got a lot of major arcana, so a lot of powerful. I do feel like the main reason why they went there was very, very highly classified information that Trump took. And I think that there was probably some kind of tip that, maybe that was something that Trump was looking to sell to a foreign government or something like that. And that's why he was so desperate to get in there. But I also feel like that is not the only reason why he's there. And I do think that he gathered other evidence. And what I'm getting in my cards actually really strongly is he got evidence of Trump and Putin and Russia's relationship. Because I have this at the bottom of my deck. Empress is my card for Russia, their partnership, and then the devil being chained to it. So that deal that they made. So he got a lot of different information that they will use in the future.
Yeah, I feel traitorous information.
Yeah.
That will out him as being a traitor. I think some of that stuff he was planning. Some of it he took because it was going to hurt him. Some of it he took because he wanted to sell it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because there's an overwhelming sense of urgency. Like, we can't subpoena him for this. He's not going to give it. And we need to go and get that information right now.
No, he wouldn't have answered the
subpoena. He wouldn't have made such a big scene like that if it wasn't absolutely necessary. Because we know how Garland is. He's very slow and meticulous. And there was a major reason for it. I have the star for Garland, so he's coming through as the star. It's also my card for the United States and victory for us. Quick movement with the Chariot, being victorious and standing up for the United States. Like I said, I got the Russia reference at the bottom of my deck. It's really interesting because I don't shuffle with reversals, and I got the Death card reverse. And so for me, I feel like whatever was going on, he was like afraid of the death of America because of Trump, his threat to America, and wanting to stop that. This is the announcement that they just made and raided with the FBI raid. But this is also, I think, to expect a lot more announcements from, the AG. Yeah. He delivered us some good news, and I feel more good news to come because the future, the High Priestess, all the secrets, a lot of those things were uncovered, and they will be shared with the American people. So
when I got that it was going to be a lot about money, and I got this card, bad health. It's his health. His health is going to be going downhill because he's going to be losing a lot of money. And he did things for money that I think they're finding out.
Yeah, and that's a good point too, because we're already seeing the Republicans going crazy. I'm telling you, anybody close to Trump is freaking out because they went there and raided his stuff. They are freaking out.
Well, it's not just Trump that's in trouble. They're going to be finding out stuff about the other ones too, and that's another reason they're freaking out.
A lot of the people involved in the January 6th, a lot of the Congress people, I feel a lot of information coming out on them very soon as well.
Yeah, I do too. I wonder if they're going to find out money laundering too, because in New York they said he's been a known money launderer for a long time, and if he was money laundering with Russia and they have proof of that, that's another thing.
Oh, that's good. Just trying to keep up. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. All right, so yeah, this is far from over, you guys. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. Let's see.
Couldn't happen to a more deserving guy.
Mm-hmm. Sweetie Darling Lulu asks, what's the future for CPAC since they have embraced fascism, racism, etc.?
I was telling Kevin they had a guy in a cage pretending he was an insurrectionist in an orange suit, and he was crying, and they had MTG on her knees praying for him. He wasn't even a real jail, a real prisoner, and people were throwing money in. Turns out the guy they had in the cage was at the insurrection and turned in the other guys. So it's just crazy. They're all just.
Mm-hmm.
What is the future of CPAC?
What has MSNBC and CNN been saying all day, Sheila? Well, I've already told you guys too, and we're already seeing it now, like Trump and all of his, Trumpers and conspiracy theorists and fascists are all, they're starting to turn against Republicans, and we're literally watching that party implode. So I do think that it's going to take a while for them to rebrand themselves and get their party together. I kind of feel like CPAC is going to continue the being on the Trump train, and I think DeSantis is going to end up taking over for Trump when Trump's out of the picture.
I got the Seven of Pentacles. I think that they're starting, a lot of people there, they're starting to see the evidence, of those people that are involved in CPAC, not just Trump, but other ones. It's all being looked at. And I think that they are going, these lovers in reverse. CPAC, the people in there, they're in disharmony right now, and they're separating. They're jumping ship. They have trust issues. Nobody trusts anybody. And I think they're no longer going to be in union. I got the Eight of Wands in reverse. So, they're out of control. They're broken communication, delays. It's not doing well. And the last card I got was the Knight of Cups in reverse. So, there's no love lost there. Each one would stab the other one in the back, but they're disappointed that this stuff come out, and they're emotionally void. They're very deceptive and untruthful. So I think they are, in the end, this is them as well, at bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
Same thing, and they are worried about that they're going to be losing money. They're going to be losing money. They're going to be losing people. They're con artists. They're going to be shown that a lot of them are con artists.
Yeah. All right. I wouldn't worry about it, Sweetie Darling Lulu. I do see a lot of the Trumpers being riled up, and they'll want to go out to vote, but I think they were going to plan on voting anyway because of Trump. But if anything, I really see this, and I think most especially because I feel Trump is going to run soon, it's going to get a lot of Democrats and independents out to vote as well.
What did you get on that, Kevin?
Oh, I didn't throw because my chat's kind of going crazy at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I kind of, was saying how I was feeling. Like, I feel like it's going to continue that for a while. Oh yeah, I think it's more of a show, Sheila. I think even by the time the primaries come, I don't see Trump even being on the, somebody to vote for.
Yeah. I think his health is going to go down from
Hmm.
all of this, and I don't think he's going to be able to run.
No.
He definitely won't win.
Yeah, and who even knows if he'll still be around, like on the planet by the time it's time to run.
I
That's
keep
always
thinking about his heart or a stroke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always been what I've felt too. Yes, we did read on that Electra Storm. You know what? Let's just read on the situation of like the FBI raid. Like what they got, um, the reasoning for it. Let's see if we can get anything with that. Oh yeah, he looks awful, Lynn. I saw him not too long ago do like some kind of press thing, Trump, and I think for his golf tournament, and he looked just awful. You can tell that all of this is getting to him and really affecting his health. And me and you both got poor outcomes for his health because of all of this. Yeah, that's true, Ann. I could definitely see that. I don't think Trump will be allowed to run again.
Oh. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I get. Let's see what I got here. I got the Eight of Pentacles. So I think that they've been working on this. Merrick Garland, like we have been thinking he's not doing anything. He's being slow. Is he ever going to do anything? But he's been working meticulously on this for a long time, slowly but surely. He was very committed and he's been building a case, and I think some of it has to do with money because I get that there is he's going to be in financial hardship because again, this is the third time they're finding stuff about him that has to do with money, maybe money
Right.
laundering, maybe Russia, things that he was going to sell to them, and they they have been trying to be strong and hang on, but they feel he's a thief. He's a
Hmm.
thief. He's stolen from our country. He's stolen money. I think he's stolen campaign donations, all that stuff. And I think they found it out. I think with the Three of Cups, there was some gossip, possibly somebody who talked, somebody who told them
I have that
something.
crossing the reading.
It may be Cipollone. It could have been some other people. But yeah, somebody
I
was
got a woman.
telling about it.
I got a woman, and this is my Ivanka card.
I got a woman too. And then I got that it's yeah, he was cheating. He was cheating something with money. He had cheated. And again, fourth time, unexpected income. Look at that. He got unexpected income, and he got. So he has stolen money, laundered money, sold information to our enemies. I think they have been just slowly watching him building it until they really had something, and then they win because if his own appointed judge okayed this, it has to be big.
Yeah. Well, even Ray was appointed by Trump, and the FBI would have had to been on board with it, along with Garland and then the judge. So this is huge. Were you all finished, Deann?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So I get I'm not sure what Garland's sign is, zodiac sign, but he's coming through as um the King of Cups. So very kind of gentle, compassionate. But I do get too that there was information from people, his friends or family, people around him that gave him this information, and that's why he chose to act. Um, yeah, because here's the documents and everything that they were looking for. And like I said too, I have Ivanka coming up, and I have my family card too. So I feel like maybe Ivanka has said something, said some kind of information, because there was definitely a woman. But they got what they were looking for. Here's the magician in the future. They got it. Um, Trump's going to be taking a fall with the news and what they got. And then here's like that nostalgia, that childhood memories. So I'm feeling like a lot of like kid family energy with these cards. At the bottom of my deck, the Ten of Cups, the happy family. So the family shared that news with the sun. They revealed something. And with this, it's the sun reversed. So it's, you can see the sunflowers are all dead from the child. So I feel like some bad news about the ruler, the Emperor Trump, and him stealing something, stealing money, we know that he stole all those classified files, and here comes the strength in, because they knew that they had to be aggressive with retrieving those.
Yeah, Kevin, I got at the bottom of the deck a woman too, so it does make me wonder about Ivanka, because the way he buried their mother and the way he did that, and then he kind of almost
They
has
haven't been
disowned
talking in a
her.
while either. They have not been close since he left the White House.
No. And
Oh,
she may
Garland
have repent.
Scorpio, yeah, that was Garland, Electrostorm. But yeah, if it wasn't Ivanka, it was a woman that was really close to him. I feel like it was Ivanka, though.
I think so too. And I bet you she was very upset how they did her mom.
Yeah. Like I said too, I feel like Ivanka and Jared really haven't had anything to do with Trump since they left the White House.
No, I heard that they weren't even allowed at Mar-a-Lago anymore.
All right. Let's see what Lynn says. Another question. Assuming that all the wonderful Dem governors win in these rethug legislature states, will they be able to block or overturn, like poor Wisconsin?
I don't quite understand.
I don't either, but I think, yeah, I'm not quite sure about that too. If you're still here, Lynn, and want to clarify, we can get back to that.
Do you see violence from the Trump? Will there be violence from Donald Trump? Yeah.
From the dumpsters, I feel like, yeah, I feel like this kind of rewoke a lot of them up. Right, Sterling Roses? I don't see them hiding anything in Ivana's coffin. I don't see that at all. Sorry, you guys.
I think some of them are in for a reality check. You know, not all of them are going to believe it. But I got the Wheel of Fortune. Their luck is changing. You know, things are changing for them. You know, they may be getting there. It's a change of a cycle. I think this is going to change everything. They're very emotional with the Ace of Cups. I think they're very emotional right now. there will be some with the full in reverse that make bad choices and are reckless. But I don't think it's going to be anything that isn't stopped, nipped in the bud.
It's not going to be like, I don't see January 6th happening.
No, I don't see it being like that. There'll be just a lot of protests, a lot of people saying we just don't want him to be the president, which we don't, but that's not the reason for the raid. Will anybody be hurt? I don't think anybody's going to get hurt. It's not going to be like before. There won't be people getting killed. And
I definitely get that it's outraged a lot of. Obviously, it was it got them jolted and upset because they're just so desperate to hang on to Trump, to what he stands for. They're so desperate for that. They actually, and this isn't defending them too, because a lot of them are just really deplorable, but a lot of them really just want a lot of change with their government and have felt frustrated for years that the government isn't working for them and it's all corrupt. And they see Trump as this leader, who's fighting against that, even though we all know he's a con artist and he's just so corrupt himself. But I do feel like there is information coming out that may get them to settle down a little bit. That might be a little bit eye-opening. Because, it kind of wants burdens, and this is like falling down the hill, like face first. So kind of like that reality check a little bit. But I just get that they're so disappointed with, the government not working for them, and probably Biden and the Democrats. They're just angry and discontent. And they're they're brainwashed. They're his loyal followers. But like I said, too, some secrets about what Trump has done will be revealed here very soon. And I do think that it might be eye-opening for others. I even have the high priestess below. So I do think that, for me with the violence, I feel like I don't feel like it's like in DC. It might be like even state capitol buildings, like stuff that they were doing before, and protesting, that kind of thing. But I agree with you, Deann. I'm not seeing anything major happening because of it.
Well, I do feel like they feel everything is falling apart in their party. Their party is falling apart, and they're very defensive. They're going to be very defensive, is what they're going to be, because they're Republican Party, and they know it. It's falling apart. They're running out of ways to defend him. Fox is running out of ways to make it.
And I also just heard too, we're going to see a lot of these Republicans really incite them up and get them angry.
Yes.
I think we're already seeing that. I think Bannon was doing that.
He was.
And then you'll have like your idiots, Jim Jordan and all of them really just saying that, they need to overthrow the Justice Department and all of that. And you're going to see them really incite a lot. And I think a lot of them are going to get in trouble for inciting them up again.
And you know why? You know why they're in trouble. They know they're in trouble. They got stuff on them too. They don't want to be investigated. What did they find from Alex Jones' phone too? They had 2 years of records, and that got turned over to the January 6th committee. And he was talking.
You know what? I don't know. I feel like it might help with the January 6th, not so much on Trump, but I do think what they seized from Eastman's phone as well, I think they got a lot of information from that, and I think that might be where some of that urgency came in. But I feel like Ivanka may have talked to Garland behind the scenes or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And said a lot.
She's gonna save herself.
Thank you, Jay
Robert.
Oh yeah. She will throw them all under the bus to save themselves.
Absolutely. They said she's more like her dad than any of them. She could, so she's gonna do what her daddy would have done: throw him under the bus, save herself.
All right. So I think with Lynn's question, she was just saying that she was asking if, we change governor seats and but they're still their state legislators are still held by Republicans, if they're going to veto a lot of the Democratic governors, their legislation and stuff like that. And I do feel like that will be the case in some states. Um, I think I read on Wisconsin, and I felt like it was going to be pretty close. Like maybe Democrats will control one of the House, like the Senate, the state Senate, and the House might be for the Republicans. But I see a lot of them narrowing, where they're not going to have so much control. But I do think in some states there is going to be that power struggle between the two parties. Just what I pick up intuitively.
Yeah, I'm using my pendulum and it's agreeing with you. So I don't have any cards to throw on that one. I'm not sure about how to throw cards on that question, but.
Renee said federal court just upheld decision that 45's taxes can be released, making way for Supreme Court. If appealed, will the Supreme Court uphold the decision to release his taxes? Yes, I see the taxes coming out. The tax information will come out. I've seen that for a long time now.
They're going to uphold it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Genealogy Junkie, I feel like it's bigger than just January 6th.
In a September hearing.
I don't feel like Garland is giving the January 6th a whole lot of. He's giving them some of the information, but I think it would go for when the DOJ finally decides to indict Donald Trump and go after him.
I'm getting no. That I think you're right. I think they're going to hang on to that information because they don't want to do anything that's going to influence a jury that is going to be able to make this not go through, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But, I hope they get him.
All right, guys. I have quite a bit of questions still, so I'm going to go ahead and close the list of questions. Yeah, Susie, I've said that for a long time. I don't feel like it's this year. It might not even be next year. It might be 2024. I feel like it's the end of next year, though. It's around that time frame, but I've always felt Jared and Junior having some jail time.
He's going to go to jail.
Yeah. Will you ask if it's going to happen next year?
Yeah, I will. It's not this year. It won't be this year. Will it be next year? Next year. Let's see when. January. February. Not April.
I feel like it's the end of the year.
Not June or July. I'm getting around August or September. Around August of next year that he's going to go to jail.
Yeah, Alex Jones is screwed. I told you all. I felt like I didn't feel like it was going to be 150 million, but I knew that he was going to have to shell out some major money.
Did you see the look on his face when the prosecutor said they had the phone and his lawyer was the one who gave it to him?
Yeah.
And how he knew that he was committing perjury? So the lawyer may suggest perjury charges on him.
I do think that they will go after him for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that information from his cell phone, I do think that that January 6th will get some of that information. I feel like more people will get it.
They turned it over to him already.
Oh, did they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I definitely.
Screwed.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And he talked about January 6th on that phone, too. There was messages about that. So, yeah, that's why they turned it over to them.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, January 6th if they haven't already, they will get it.
Yep.
All right. So Mimi Rose was saying that another reader got that Putin had or is going to have emergency surgery.
Having surgery?
I'm feeling a yes with that.
Putin have surgery? I'm getting that he had it. There's something he had done already.
I feel like it wasn't that long ago, or it was pretty recent. I'm getting a big yes with the pendulum.
Just happened. Let's see. I'm thinking he had something done last month. In July.
In July?
July or August. It's going between those two.
I'll throw a couple cards on it and see if I can get any more. But I do feel like if he hasn't already had it, I feel like he has though. It was recent. But I feel like even when Putin does go, you guys, which we've been saying, like we feel like it's going to happen here soon. I don't think Russia's going to announce it right away.
I got that he had surgery. He got the Ten of Swords. He's exhausted right now. He's in complete exhaustion.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to collapse. He got the Three of Swords in reverse. So I think he's recovering right now. I think he already had it. And he's recovering.
I don't feel like he passed right now. I think he's still alive, but struggling.
Yeah, and he got the Two of Wands. He's in fear of the unknown. He doesn't know how much longer he's been here. He's kind of afraid of his death. He did get the Magician. He's a manipulator. He's trying to will himself better, but he got the World in reverse. It's going to be a lack of success. I don't think he's going to be around long.
Yeah.
But I feel like he already had it.
Yeah, the energy with these cards are kind of weird. I got the Four of Wands, which is normally like, the happy family outside of their house. But this house is all destroyed. So it feels like it's kind of like just feeling like really weak, damaged with the house being damaged. I got a yes, absolute yes with the Sun, that he did have surgery, but it's being kept secret, as we would know that it would be. And then he's got the Chariots, and it's reversed in this deck. So you're seeing all the spheres coming after him. So definitely being very guarded and defensive. Not feeling good. He's got the Hangman reversed. I switched this over, so sorry, you guys. So yeah, just feeling like just really low energy in a dark place, not from a higher perspective, as we all know. And the Ten of Wands reversed. So like falling. You said that you felt a fall, didn't you?
No, I just but he's not doing well.
No, he's not doing well. But this is like falling into the dirt face first. So I think you had said as you were reading that he may fall because he's so weak. And I think that is confirmation of that. Thank you so much, Jay Roberts. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you. All right. But yeah, I hadn't read on Putin in a while. I do think he did have that surgery, and he's very, very weak. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's look at this. What's going to happen to the Republicans threatening Garland? I don't see it turning into anything because I don't see Republicans taking over the House. So it's just a lot of talk, and a lot of them are really nervous. So
Pence threatened Garland as well?
No, but Pence put out a statement that like a lot of the Republicans are saying that Garland has to share why he went there to why
No, you
he
don't.
raided Mar-a-Lago. I don't see Garland doing that. I've told you before, I feel a lot of these Republicans are so ugly. A lot of them are going to be spending time behind bars. But like I said, I don't think that their threats are going to materialize into anything. Thank you so much, Jay Roberts. We love you too.
Well, I got the Hermit in reverse, so I think they're all paranoid. You know, Jordan and McCarthy, they're paranoid. I don't know about Pence, but those two are paranoid and they're depressed and they're trying to withdraw. They know that there may be something in there for them too. There is going to be a Page of Cup. I think there's going to be some surprise that's coming in for Jordan and McCarthy. There's something, and they're working on that right now. I got the, what is this, the Nine of Pentacles. I think Garland and them, they're committed and they're working on that right now. So I think that they're saying all this because they're scared themselves, and he is working on.
Oh, yeah. This is interesting. I agree with that, Deann, completely. And I think because of the information that's going to come out and that they're all connected to, it's going to make them look very, very foolish. Even their communications between Trump being released. And a lot of them are going to turn their back on Trump.
Yeah.
They're going to have to walk away from it because it's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, the truth coming out. Queen of Swords. And then it's like all of our wishes are fulfilled. And then the Magician. So this could be for like the Democrats, I feel like that's the case. Like getting people out motivated. But yeah, a couple of them are really going down. I feel like the Six of Pentacles, things being off balance. Their give and take relationship with Trump, although we know that Trump doesn't give a whole lot back. But yeah, I see them turning their backs on him. And the number 6 is really standing out. So maybe 6 of them are in a lot of trouble because of it. I think Bannon is going to get in trouble for inciting violence.
They're not going to put up with that after what happened.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's working on what they did for that wealthy man, and how did they get paid for it? Did they get money for certain things? So they're looking out after their own interests.
Yeah. I think it's going to be so devastating for Republicans. They're going to be scrambling, and thank you so much, Carrie. They're going to be scrambling. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to end up having to turn their backs on Trump. Yeah, and I just had the 8 of, and this is big breaking news. And even communications, a lot of times 8 of Wands is communications, like phone records, swift movement. Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg, you guys. It's going to get so much bigger.
They should keep their mouths shut,
They're not going to be able to defend. They're not going to be able to defend Trump and everything that's coming out, and a lot of them are going to be tied into it as well. I feel. Connie made a comment, and I didn't read on it, but did you hear about? I think it was in New Mexico, Albuquerque, that there was like a serial killer targeting Muslim men.
Oh, I think I did.
I think she said that they just found him, and I felt like they were going to definitely find him. So that's good news.
Yeah, they were afraid to go to the mosque because they were afraid of being targeted.
They were being targeted, absolutely. Yeah, she says Albuquerque, New Mexico police detained person of interest in Muslim murders. Yeah.
Good.
I knew that he wasn't going to get away with it for much longer. I forgot to write that down. All right, let's see. We've been on for almost an hour, so probably only do one or two more. Yeah, I think we'd already answered this. Is Ivana really buried at the golf course, since it seems weird to put ashes in a casket and bury it? Or is Ivana actually in a cemetery in a mausoleum?
Is
I feel like she's at Bedminster.
Ivana really buried in the golf course? I get they actually really did bury her there
At Bedminster?
at
I'm
the
going to
golf
big yes
course.
for that. Yeah.
I think it was New Jersey, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
she's at.
I'm getting yes. But they put it in a coffin? I know there was some people wondering if he hid anything else in a
I
coffin.
don't feel that at all.
Did he? I'm getting no.
Yeah, I don't feel that at all.
But I wouldn't put it past him, but I did get no.
Okay, we got a couple good questions left. Sheila Edwards says, I heard Saudi gave Biden info about Trump. Is that true?
After he was at the little golf tournament thingy?
No, Biden. Biden was just in Saudi Arabia.
No. Trump, he was golfing with the Saudis.
Right. No, he had a golf tournament, but she's saying that she heard Saudi gave Biden info about Trump.
Did Saudi give
And I feel like yes.
Did Saudi give Biden information about Trump? Mine's swinging yes.
Yeah, I'm feeling yes. I didn't even ask the pendulum yet.
I'm surprised though, because I thought that was his maybe want to go to the place was Saudi.
Yeah,
they probably don't want him there.
So maybe they're not as good of a friend as Trump thought.
No. Did you hear he said?
I feel like they're just going to do what's going to benefit them, and yeah, I do feel like there's definitely a Trump connection with Saudi, and I feel like if he wanted to try to flee, which I don't see happening, I know other readers have said that, I don't think they would allow him to flee and go to Saudi Arabia, especially now if they just raided his home. He's definitely being watched very closely. Would they probably let him go there? Yeah, probably. But yeah, I do feel like there was some things, and maybe it's stuff that they knew was going to come out anyway, so they just wanted to, to give it to Biden. But yeah, I do feel like they did give him some info.
Did you hear that Trump said he wished he would have had generals like Hitler? He told his generals he wished his said, I wish my generals were as loyal to me as Hitler's. And then one of his generals said, do you know that 3 of his generals tried to kill him?
Oh, thank you, Chris. I hope you feel better. Yeah, that honestly doesn't surprise me. Oh yeah, and I saw that Olivia Newton-John passed away yesterday. So sad. You can tell that a lot of times these celebrities get like this overinflated ego, and they're not the prettiest people on the inside, but you can just see all that love that she had to share with the world just radiating from her. She's beautiful.
I loved her. I just loved her.
She was very sweet. All right. I think I have 2 more questions, you guys. Let me look at something real quick.
Renee said it's all about the oil deal that Biden gave them on his trip. That's a good point, Renee. Maybe there was a little swapping of.
All right. Sorry, you guys. So let's read on Kari Lake. I think other readers have been saying they felt Kari Lake would win in the Arizona governor race, or what's her name? What's the Democrat? Katie Hobbs. I feel Katie Hobbs is going to win, but do you want to throw on it? See if Kari Lake, the Republican, is going to win.
Will Katie Hobbs win? So Katie Hobbs was running. I'm getting Katie Hobbs winning at this point.
I think it's going to be close, though. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of corruption in Arizona, too. I've felt it in a lot of states, but I do think Katie Hobbs is going to win. And I feel like after a lot of these Democrats do win, we're just going to you're going to see the Republicans go crazy and say that it was all cheating again. A lot of them are going to be contested and recounted. Even a couple of them, I feel like, may have to go to court. But I do feel Katie Hobbs is going to win. I'm going to throw in Kari Lake. Do you want to throw in Katie Hobbs?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Why? That's telling. My flipper for Kari Lake. Her energy is just so gross.
Well, I get that she's going to win. I got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse as a signifier. So I think that they want to find solutions. You know, the people of Arizona, they want somebody who's going to find solutions for them, who's going to take control. They got the Hangman in reverse. So they are discontent with how things are going right now there in Arizona and the negativity. They got what is this? The Nine of Swords in reverse. They want to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They want to recover. They want their state to recover. They want it to improve, and they're tired of all the negativity and stress. A lot of people there are.
Yeah.
I get the Hierophant in reverse, that they are they're challenging, you know, maybe she's challenging, or one of them's challenging tradition. She's unconventional. But yeah, and not a conformist. And they also want clarity. They feel like the Ace of Swords in reverse, like they want somebody, the Republican Party, they have a lack of ideas. They're not telling you, it's all bullying. They're not telling you what they're going to do. So they want somebody who has ideas. And the Republicans just have a lack of ideas, and they don't seem to have the intellectual ability. So I think they're going to be a failure, and they're hostile, and people are getting tired of the way they campaign. It's just bully. So what'd you get?
I definitely know that Kari Lake will not win.
You got definitely no? I got definitely yes on the other.
On Katie Hobbs. She's a Democrat. No, she's going to have to walk away in shame. She's heading in a new direction. You know, she's very conceited. She thinks she's going to be victorious. She thinks she's all that, but I see nothing but roadblocks headed her way, the energy crossing her, and she's going to constantly be on the defensive, defending herself, you know, fighting everybody else. She's got retreat below her. She's got defeat above her, backstab, defeated, but she is going to try to probably say that it was a witch hunt and, you know, delay things out. Like I said, I do think that it's going to be close, but I do not feel Kari Lake will win.
Well,
not in an honest way, at least. But I think I feel good about Katie Hobbs.
Yeah.
I think I've been saying for a while, too. I think I felt like a woman was going to be the next governor of Arizona. They're both women. It's interesting enough. And I felt Kari Lake was going to get the nomination. But I feel good about Katie Hobbs. Thank you so much, Zia Wei. That was very kind. Thank you so much for the super chat. I saw another good one. So I guess we have a couple more questions, if that's okay. Let's read on Mccarthy.
Oh, okay. He's gonna.
And then we
I know he's in trouble without even touching the cards. I know he's in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Going to be indicted. Is McCarthy going to be indicted? He's going to be indicted, I think. Will it be this year? If nothing's going to be this year, we're too close to the end, you know, in August. Yeah. Will it be next year? Okay, let me see when. Will he be indicted? I'm thinking June of next year he's going to be indicted. If not indicted, be in jail.
I don't know if I feel indictments or not yet anyway, so because maybe that's off a little bit. But I don't see him as Speaker of the House, and I feel like, you remember how before we were reading on him with those like taped communications? I feel like there's more coming out. I feel like he's going to be humiliated and like go into hiding and all of that.
But he didn't do anything. You know, remember when Cassidy, she kept trying to tell him, and he's like, well, he don't want to do anything. He just sat there. You know, isn't that the one we're talking about? McCarthy, right?
Kevin McCarthy, the minority leader.
Yeah.
What happened with him and Cassidy?
Didn't he, who was the one that I got in my head that Cassidy tried to tell? That tried to tell.
Meadows?
I got Meadows in my head, not McCarthy. I got that mixed up in my head. But I do get him, McCarthy, when I asked the pendulum going to jail.
I think he's definitely going to be. I don't know how cooperative he would be with the January 6th, but I feel like he's going to have to testify to somebody. Very well could be, like the DOJ.
I didn't get any sleep last night. I was up all night.
You're okay. I don't. With
I
my
had the other guy
that,
in my head for some reason.
You know, with my mother-in-law and everything going on with that the other day, I really didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I was totally exhausted and had a brutal migraine yesterday. And I was like, oh, I'm going to bed early tonight. Like, I think like 7 o'clock. Nope. Then the news Trump. And I was energized and watching the news for a few hours.
I know. That made me so happy.
All right. Let's see. McCarthy. I just feel like he's in shame, like, and humiliated. Something's coming out on him that is going to totally humiliate him. I just see him like walking into a cave, just trying to go into hiding and to get out of it.
Yeah, I got Two of Cups in reverse, so I feel like there's been a lot of bad communication, and it just stands for disharmony. You know, I think there's a lot of arguments going on right now with him. He's worried about money, which it seems like all of them are. They all tend to be, money is what they tend to care about. And he is trying, with the Nine of Swords in reverse, I think he's trying to let go of the stress and cope and trying to see that there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. He's trying to overcome it, but I got the King of Wands. So there's going to be a leader that's in control and very confident.
A woman?
I think
because I have a woman crossing him. And
you do?
No, you have the Queen of Wands?
I have the King of Wands.
King. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a leader that's in control and confident and experienced that is going to be coming after him with some truth, and it's going to be fast. It's going to be they're going to be coming through quick with some truth and some clarity about him.
Thank you, Carmen. Like I said, he's going to retreat. He's going into hiding. I think that, and the energy I have crossing him is the Queen of Cups. Now, we all know that Liz Cheney's been after him on the attack against him. She normally comes through as the Queen of Wands, though, for me. I think she's a Leo. But there's a woman crossing him that's going to force him to retreat. And I do feel he's got a lot of burdens headed his way, a lot of roadblocks. And there's some communications, too. So I don't feel like it's January 6th. I feel like it might be the DOJ. He'll have to, sit down and talk to them. Because, somebody has information, the dirt on McCarthy. And the Five of Wands, a lot of fighting. He's going to have to defend himself. Look at the dragon on attack. But I do think that, when the push comes to shove, he's going to save himself, rather than like Trump or, whatever this is. And he's walking away. He's walking away in shame, defeat. So
Didn't
it
you
just.
say it was a woman? That you had a woman?
I have a
Look at
woman
this.
talking to
A
false person.
woman, false person. It's going to be a
Mm.
change. I think he's going to step down or be told to step down. It's the end of his career, I think, and possible imprisonment.
Ooh, interesting. Cheryl says, I keep seeing helicopters dropping volumes of subpoenas. Me too. Just wait, you guys. And I feel a lot of subpoenas coming this month in indictments. I keep feeling, after I saw that report last night, I keep feeling like we're gonna see Trump be arrested here very soon. Like I feel like the news is following him, and has his hands handcuffed behind his back.
I'm going to probably be watching that over and over and over on a loop.
That's when we need to get the champagne out. It'll be a real party that night.
Can we read cards with champagne on that day? I think everybody would understand.
So Justin's mom said that it's an interview with Pompeo and Doug Mastriano for January 6th. Did they already do that? Is that being reported to you guys? Because I haven't heard that. I saw other people talking about it. So have they interviewed him already and it's just being released, or are they saying that they're going to interview him? I don't know about Mastriano being very cooperative or giving that much, but I do think Pompeo will give them something.
Well,
Pompeo is very good for himself today. Okay, let's read on it. Do you want to read on Doug Mastriano? And I'll read on Pompeo. Mastriano's the Republican nominee for the governor race in Pennsylvania, and he was in the January 6th crowd.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah, I do get Pompeo that he's gonna flip.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Do you want to read on Mastriano and I'll read on Pompeo? Sure. This is going to be our last question, you guys. Hey, Deann, hope you're doing well. You know, it's so interesting because sometimes I wasn't really feeling all that energized with for the reading today. I just tired and everything, and I feel good now. I feel nice and energized. All the love from the chat.
Yeah, I know. And we're all kind of happy because we've all been waiting for something. Just give us something, you know?
I think this is very telling as my flipper for Pompeo. This is that information that he's sharing. Ace of Swords, new information. Yeah, I think Pompeo's going to cooperate. I think there might be some things where he's like, I'm not getting into that, you know, whatever privilege claim you think he has. But I do think he's going to share some stuff because when push comes to shove, he's going to save himself. And they're all saying that right now that there's so much information out there and that they're going to get Trump and they don't want to be wrapped up with.
Well, let's see here. I got the Three of Cups. Canceled celebration. So Mastriano, he's going to have some canceled celebrations. Possibly find out, you know, and it can stand for cheating as well. Five of Pentacles, I think he's going to be left out in the cold. He's going to be struggling and in despair. He's going to be going through some financial hardships possibly in the future. I think they feel like he is the King of Wands in reverse, so he's unreliable, undependable, and he's a weak leader. They find him as a weak leader. And he's got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, so talks about him being impatient, having slow progress and delays and setbacks. And whatever he's doing, it's the Eight of Wands. It's bad timing. He's going to have a lot of restrictions. I don't think he's going to do very well. And as far as if he's going to flip, Mastriano, will he flip on Trump? He's not going to.
I don't
I don't
feel that
believe
either. Oh, Mastriano walked out, sweetie darling Lulu said. I didn't
he
think he
walked
was going to
out.
cooperate. He must have walked out of the testimony that he was given with January 6th.
Really?
And you
So
know something really interesting too? Mimi Rose says, please no Mastriano for PA. We need Josh Shapiro. Hope Mastriano goes to jail. He's horrendous. I definitely feel Shapiro winning, but as I read Jail, it really resonated with me. Do you want to ask the pendulum if Mastriano will go to jail?
yes. Will Mastriano go to jail? Will Mastriano go to jail? Will he be indicted and go to jail? I get yes.
Yeah, I just got that hit when I read that. Thank you, Mimi.
Yeah, he's not going to cooperate, and they got stuff on him. He's going to go to jail. He's not going to stay in
Yeah,
office.
Mastriano's evil. I agree. So Pompeo, I definitely see flipped on Trump. I'll just say that with my stuff.
I got
We
that.
got, like I said, I have the Ace of Swords, so that's that communication, sharing of information. Here's the
Mhm.
evidence with the Ace of Pentacles, heading in a new direction. A lot of aces were coming out
Mm.
because he's worried. You know, he's worried about his involvement in it, and so there's a whistleblower card. He shared a lot of secrets. He gave them some good news and communications. I get the Sun representing the situation. This is a yes. I was asking about Pompeo and if he shared a lot with the committee. Yes. But I also heard, as you were starting the reading, there's a big scandal coming out for Pompeo because this stuff with January 6th and Trump, that relationship is very burdensome, but there's more
Mhm.
coming out about his greed and taking things, holding on to that money. Um, and he's got negative judgment coming. There's going to be some big news on Pompeo in the future. He's going to feel very battle weary. So
Do you get him
I don't
going to
know. I
jail?
don't feel Pompeo going to jail, but I feel like a lot of it's like I hear the word scandal. So, and I think Pompeo really has desires to run for president, and with the scandal, I don't think that they're going to materialize into anything. I feel like he's going into hiding as well. All right. Thank you, Sid. All right, let's see. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff today.
Yeah.
Readings. Like I said, it got me excited. I was feeling really low energetic at the beginning, so that's awesome.
Yeah, me too, because I didn't sleep. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Our Trump supporters, we did that one.
We did that one already. Anna, I do think that I don't know about violent. I feel like they're going to get loud.
Yes.
I feel like maybe going back to like what they were doing at the state capitol buildings and protesting and threatening people. But I feel like they're being watched very closely too. So I'm not picking up anything horrible. Like I'm not feeling January 6th happening again. So, violent with their words and all of that, their anger a little bit, but I think it's all going to be okay. But they're very angry right now. Keep going then. Windflower, I have to get dinner started for my niece here soon.
Yeah, a lot of those people, as horrible as they are, they couldn't keep a job at McDonald's. I don't
Right.
know how they get to stay in Congress. We've got to get rid of them.
Right. Oh, hey, Jay. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, Jay's here?
Yeah. Well, they might be threatening it, but I don't see that coming into fruition, Cheryl. It's really important I know everything going on is just so scary and everything, but like I always say too, it's really important not to sit in the fear or the anger or depression, those low vibrational feelings, those heavy feelings, and just using those as a motivator to go out and speak your truth and attract the energy that you want. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. I was happy to have Deann. I think I'll probably do a solo show next week. I think we're going to try to rotate every other week. But it's always fun hanging out with Deann. Please make sure to go like this video and subscribe to my channel, and go over to Deann Shield Maiden and subscribe to hers if you haven't already. She's really awesome. And she's getting close to 2,000 subscribers, so let's try to give her a little boost and help her to get to that 2,000 mark. I think she said she was going to do a free reading when she got there.
Yep. I
Again, I think me and Mel are confirmed for Thursday, so you should all see us Thursday. Not sure if it's going to be on my channel or his. I think we're going to do it on mine, but I'm not positive. Some people had reached out for readings or Reiki. It's been a hectic couple of days, so I will get back to your emails today or tomorrow. And if you're interested, please email me, or I have my number in the description box. If you're interested in reading with Deann, her information's in the description box if you want to give them your email. Do you want to give them your email if they want a reading with you?
Yeah, it's deannshieldmaiden@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect.
If you go to my page and hit the about, I've got my email in there too.
All right. And I'm going to put this in the chat right now. If anybody's interested in becoming a member on my show, I'm trying to build that up a little bit. I will be doing some extra readings for my members, personal readings or political, whatever. I want to kind of keep it, go with the flow with whatever everybody wants. And if you sign up for that as well, you'll get a 10% discount off on if you're looking for a reading with me or a Reiki service. So go ahead and subscribe if you're interested. As I said, nobody that is a subscriber now is going to lose any of their content. Still going to do my weekly shows on Tuesday and work with Mel on my show, other collabs as well. So, all right, everyone. Well, I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We both are sending you so much love and blessings, and we will see you all really soon. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.